My family, now Carnival of so-called expert Jennie Bond was being interviewed by the Sun tabloid's Matt Wilkinson. And my family, in that interview, there is something that my family I did not like seeing at all. There is something I have noticed the UK tabloids doing oftenly that makes me sick. That makes me sick. And my family, here's what I have noticed. I have noticed that the UK media like to invoke the name of Harry's late mother, who was chased to her death by paparazzi, paid for by the UK tabloids, paid by the UK tabloid media. They use the name of Harry's late mother against Harry himself and also against Meghan. Now, how is that okay? How is that all right? How? UK media rely on their readers, on their viewers to have a very, very short memory. But we don't have a short memory. And let me just tell you this, my family. Diana was treated appallingly by the UK tabloid media. I am thankful for Prince Harry going to court, because there are things which we have learned about what happened to Diana that my family just makes me so angry to be reminded of the hell that Diana was put through by the UK tabloid media. For example, we learned, thanks to Prince Harry going to court, that Diana, for example, was leaving her therapist's place. She was okay, she was fine. And then, when she left, she was okay. She was fine, she was doing well. She wasn't crying. And then, she got swarmed by photographers. By UK media photographers, paid for by the UK tabloid media. The next day, a photograph of Diana crying ended up on the front page of the Mirror tabloid. The Mirror, where Piers Morgan was the editor. He worked there. And my family, they said that Harry's mother was crying because of her divorce, which wasn't the case. They said she was crying because of the issues that she had with Charles. That wasn't true. She was crying because of being harassed and hounded by the UK media. That's why Diana was in tears. And Piers Morgan said, no one can find out the truth about this, of the reason why she really was crying. And my family, we only found out about what happened to Diana thanks to Prince Harry suing the Mirror. We never would have known. But we do know of how UK media put Harry's mother through so much hell, to the point that Diana would say in other countries she was treated so well. She received a very, very warm reception. However, UK media, they hunt for negativity. They treat you appallingly, you know? And the Diana even would have loved to go and live in a different country, but she couldn't because she had kids. Because she had children. She couldn't leave. She couldn't leave. You know? She couldn't leave because she had kids with Charles. And my family, let's all not forget that Diana was chased to her death by paparazzi paid for by the UK tabloid press. In Harry's own words, Harry said, instead of the paparazzi helping her after the car accident, they stood there taking pictures of her as she lay dying at the back of her car. Those are Harry's words I'm quoting from Harry himself. And the photos of her ended up on the front desks of the UK tabloid press, who pay for these photos. Harry's own words. Harry's own words. And that's why we say UK media are partly responsible for the death of Diana. And now, the same tabloid, the same carnival of so-called experts who put Diana through hell want to use her name to abuse Harry&Meghan. We will not stand here and watch them doing that. My family, first of all, kindly please hear what was said by Jennie Bond, was being interviewed by Carnival of so-called expert Matt Wilkinson, who my family makes me sick, who makes me completely sick. My family, please kindly look at this, please.
Diana, a little bit more from those times. How do you think she might feel about Prince Harry's situation? You know, completely out of the family, married, taken his family across to the United States. Do you think she would have supported him? Do you think she would have liked Meghan? What do you think? How do you think she would have reacted if she was still alive now?
I think she would have supported his decision because, let's face it, she was on the brink of possibly going to America, certainly forging her own life outside the royal family. So I think she would have supported him, and I think she would have liked Meghan, a woman who has her own strong views, an independent woman. And I think whilst supporting Harry and Meghan, I think she would have knocked their heads together, William and Harry, and said, come on, boys, enough of this, you know. You promised me you're going to be best mates forever. And I think we wouldn't be in the pickle we are right now.
Yeah, because she could.
My family, the reason why we are in a pickle right now, Jennie Bond, is because UK media have for long pitted William versus Harry and Harry versus William. That's why we are here. The reason why we're here is because UK media, instead of respecting the woman Harry loves, they chose to be racist towards her, to the point that Prince Harry picked Meghan and Archie and fled the UK. That's why we're here. That's why Harry and Meghan live in Montecito. That's why they live there. Because the fact is, if UK media never abused Meghan, if they respected the woman Harry loves, Meghan, if they respected his son Archie, then Harry would still be in the UK serving the monarch. Right now serving Charles. If UK media would have respected the woman Harry fell in love with. But even right now, as you are hearing yourself, they refuse to accept that Prince Harry fell in love with Meghan. They refuse to accept that Prince Harry chose Meghan to be the mother of his kids. Even right now, they refuse to accept it. They are struggling with accepting that Prince Harry already made a decision and that he chose Meghan. Matt is asking, would Diana have approved of Meghan? I'll tell you what Diana would not have approved of. Watching her son Harry being treated appallingly by Charles and by Prince William. What she would not have approved is watching Meghan also be treated appallingly by Charles and by William. She would never ever have wanted to see that happening. Yes, I believe Diana would have loved it if Harry was supporting Prince William. Yeah, I believe that. I can believe that. Because she was a good mother who loved her kids. But also, she would never have stood there and watched William put Harry through hell. She would never have stood there and watched as William physically assaulted his brother and did nothing about it. Did nothing to stop William physically assaulting his brother. Diana would have done something about it. You know? She would have. The thing is, all this stuff we are saying is just speculation. It's more like an alternate reality that we are talking about my family. This would have happened. This would have happened. The fact is, Diana was chased to her death by paparazzi, paid for by the UK media. That's a fact. It happened. And Harry has suffered all his life because the pain of losing his mother, who was sadly chased to her death and died in a tragic car accident because of being chased. Paparazzi paid for by the UK tabloid press. In my family, we have seen what happened to Harry and Meghan when they were in New York. Harry and Meghan were pursued by a ring of highly aggressive paparazzi. Also paid for by the UK tabloid press. Who can forget that when Harry and Meghan were in New York, Daily Mail and Daily Express, those two tabloids were the first ones to post pictures of Harry and Meghan in a taxi, of Harry and Meghan in a taxi, whereby they were trying to evade paparazzi who were chasing after them, trying to discover the location of where Harry and Meghan were staying when they were in New York. They were hoping they could find out if Harry and Meghan had brought their kids to New York with them, because Doria was also there. And therefore, I have learned that my family, UK media, offered paparazzi a fortune if they found out where Harry and Meghan were staying when they were in New York, because they did not stay in a hotel at the time, you know, when they were chased. They were staying, my family, in a residence that my family, you know, nobody, you know, knows about. Maybe a friend, and maybe they brought their kids. Nobody knows. And clearly, UK media thought that the kids were there, and they wanted to find out, you know, if Harry and Meghan had brought their kids. And therefore, paparazzi were offered a fortune, and that's why they behaved how they behaved. And the New York Police Department confirmed what happened to Harry and Meghan in a statement that my family was well in court of what happened to Harry and Meghan in New York, of how they were chased. Police even confirmed that my family, because of the behavior of paparazzi, my family, they had enough to even charge or arrest my family one of the members of, you know, paparazzi who were chasing after Harry and Meghan. And they were paid. The keyword here is they were paid by the UK media. And that's why the first ones to post pictures of Harry and Meghan in a taxi were UK tabloids. Same thing that happened to Diana. And now a carnival of so-called expert wants to invoke the name of Harry's late mother, to use her name against Prince Harry, to use her name against Meghan. It is sickening. It is sickening. And Matt, you make me sick. Matt, you make me sick. Let me just clearly say that. The guy makes me sick because of his actions. You know? My family. I think it's more than 4 years later after Harry and Meghan fled the UK. And my family, Harry and Meghan, have celebrated their 6th wedding anniversary. And still, UK media are struggling to accept that Prince Harry and Meghan are married. They have kids. They fled the UK. And they've been living in the US for more than 4 years now. Even now, they are struggling to accept it. And they want to blame everything else on anybody else but themselves for Harry and Meghan fleeing the UK. We are in this situation right now because of your actions, Jennie Bond. Because of your actions, Matt. That's why we are in this situation. Because of your actions, because of you. For once, UK media, the Rota, the PR arm of the royal family, should just take ownership, accountability for the part they played in Harry and Meghan, fleeing the UK. Accept it. It was your fault. It was you. It was your actions that made Harry and Meghan flee the UK. Accept it. It was you. It was your actions. It was you. It's your fault that Harry and Meghan fled the UK. Accept it for once. Accept it and stop blaming everybody else. Stop blaming Meghan for the part you played in Harry fleeing the UK. Stop blaming everybody else. Blame yourself for Harry fleeing the UK. Because even now, they are struggling to accept that Harry has chosen. And that he chose Meghan, Archie, Lilibet. And that Harry, was forced to flee the UK. He was forced to take Meghan and Archie and flee the UK. In episode 1 of the Harry and Meghan documentary, Harry says, and I quote, "Hate was being stirred up against my wife and my son, but UK media, it's Meghan's fault. It's Meghan's fault. Sickness. It's sickness. It is not Meghan's fault that Harry left. It is your fault. It's the fault of the carnival of so-called experts who have refused to show respect to the people Harry loves, while demanding that Prince Harry, somehow talks with them, throws parties for the UK media. Harry will not play that game. Harry refuses to play that game. My family, Prince Harry was asked that question, of what he thinks his mother would have been like. Basically, what she would have said based on my family, what has happened. And Harry said that, what? If she was here, this what's going on between him and Prince William would never have happened. He said that, he would never be in this, situation. They would never be in this, situation. His mother would have done something about Prince William and his jealousy. My family. The thing is, when you spend all your life being pitted against your brother, like what has happened between Harry and William, you are bound to grow up being, jealous of your brother in the way William is so full of envy towards Prince Harry. It's bound to happen, and it has happened, like that, my family. Because the thing is, even William knows he can never ever match up to the man Harry is. Even he knows that. Even he knows that. And UK media have been undermining Prince Harry to try and reassure William that, what, William, you're the best. William, you're the one who's, relevant. And they can't even go 1 week without mentioning Harry's name, online, on TV, while saying that they're William's supporters. And they wonder why William continues to be so jealous of Prince Harry. And they wonder. You know, one of the reasons as to why I don't see this rift ever being healed is because of William's jealousy towards Prince Harry, which clearly my family won't end anytime soon. It will not end anytime soon, my family. To my family, I can't stand watching this carnival of so-called experts trying to invoke the name of Harry's late mother and use her name against Harry. I won't sit idly by and watch them doing that. I will not. We will not allow them to, my family. You know? Kindly please continue, my family, hearing this, please, kindly. You know?
Yeah, because you can pick a favourite, because she won't be able to pick sides.
You don't pick favourites with your kids, do you?
Exactly.
No. But I think she would have been the bridge between them, which would have made things would never get to this impossible, impassable place where we are now.
How do you think things have changed then dramatically since?
My family, let me just say this again, actually. Diana will still be alive if UK media did not pay for her to be chased to her death. Because my family, the fact is, you know, even the Byline Times exclusive told us the truth. It told us that my family, Harry and Meghan, make for better headlines than William and Kate Middleton. It meant that my family, Harry and Meghan, sell papers. They sell papers. You put a picture of Harry and Meghan on the front page, it sells papers. You put a picture of William and Kate Middleton, it does not sell papers as much as a photograph of Harry and Meghan and their kids do. And that's why you are having so-called royalists who claim to support William and Kate Middleton. When you look at their content, you would think the supporter of William and Kate Middleton would be fully focused on William and Kate Middleton. But no. That isn't the case. What happens is that they have hate accounts targeting Harry and Meghan. Their content is so full of hate targeting Harry and Meghan. And they call themselves William and Kate supporters, William and Kate's fans. You look at, I'm going to put this, content put out by the Rota, who call William Kate relevant. Majority of the time, they spend their time talking about Harry and Meghan. I mean, even this video I showed you is a perfect example of my family, that my family. The main content is Harry and Meghan. Always. While being like, it's Harry and Meghan who are the ones who are attention seeking. And that is not the case. The ones who are very much attention seeking are the UK media, who my family, first of all, do want the attention of Harry and Meghan, and since they're not getting it, my family, they lie, hoping that Harry and Meghan will respond to their lies. It happens so oftenly, over and over again. You know? My family, the actions of the UK media just make me, you know, sick, my family. Just make me really, really sick. You know? It makes me sick what the UK media, my family, are doing. You know? And my family, also please kindly hear this, my family. You know, once again, years later, still, you are having UK media unable to accept that Harry and Meghan are married. Just hear this yourself. Hear this, you know, yourself. I have a problem with how this carnival of so-called experts speak about my family, Meghan. It is dangerous really how they speak about Meghan. The rhetoric is so full of hate. And my family, the words that they use, remind us. Meghan's words in the Harry&Meghan documentary, where she said, and I quote, "You are making people want to kill me." My family, please kindly hear this from Matt and Jennie Bond. Hear Matt's words, please, my family, kindly. Even, Jennie Bond appeared surprised in a way that Matt can say, my family, they can't help themselves. Can you please hear this, my family?
Delightfully happy marriages in the royal family.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's really interesting that William did, have a lot of time when he was younger, for a start. But he had a lot of time to, and Princess of Wales had a lot of time to kind of learn the role, be accepted, and really understand what she had to do. Whereas Duchess of Sussex had a much shorter time. Maybe it was because they're older, or maybe that Harry was just a man in a rush. He wanted to get married, and he wanted kids, and she would have gone if he hadn't have acted quicker. Well, I have some quick fire questions.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the language he uses. Look at the language he uses when he speaks of Meghan. Even Jennie Bond is like, okay, maybe you shouldn't have said that, my family. Because the guy says that my family, Meghan would have been gone. That's what my family he says, He says maybe Meghan would have, gone. That's what Matt says. And that he says, like, how dare Prince Harry not wait 10 years before he decides to marry Meghan? How dare he not wait 10 years? Do you know what was happening, first of all, before? Even from the moment, actually, that the world found out that Harry and Meghan were dating, my family. Harry, within 8 days into his and Meghan's relationship becoming public, Harry had to issue a statement condemning racism towards his then girlfriend, Meghan. Clearly, UK media never wanted this relationship between Harry and Meghan to reach where it has reached right now, whereby they are married and they have kids. If it was up to the UK media, Harry would be single forever and miserable like Margaret. Lonely. Even right now, from what we can see here, UK media keep on trying to isolate Harry and Meghan. Even right now. That's what UK media keep on trying to do over and over again. They keep trying to isolate Harry and Meghan. And the actions of the UK media are sickening. It's sickening, my family. And Matt says with so much hate inside of him, Meghan would have been gone. So much hate inside of him, my family. And I am reminded that Meghan said, "You are making people want to kill me." And you just look at the rhetoric of Matt, and you can just see that everything that Meghan said is the truth. That the ones who are endangering the lives of Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet are carnival of so-called experts like Matt Wilkinson or the Sun tabloid. The rhetoric even in itself, it tells you, my family, it's just scary what Meghan has had to deal with all these years. It's scary. It's really, really scary, my family. And they wonder, why does Harry fight for security for Meghan, Archie, Elizabeth? Because of this rhetoric from people like Matt Wilkinson, my family, who are so full of hatred. That Harry isn't single, that he's a married man, that he is a responsible husband, that he is a father now, who respects his family, who protects his family, And they hate that Harry has become extremely responsible. He's a good husband, a good father. They can't stand it. Matt even flew all the way from the UK to the US to go and find out if Harry and Meghan were separating my family. Based on a lie on social media from hate accounts. that were lying that Harry and Meghan were living, separate lives. Matt flew from the UK to the US. And he confessed he found nothing. So my family, these people are hell-bent on trying to destroy Harry and Meghan's marriage and union, hoping that Harry comes back to them, to their arms of his abusers. My family, that's never going to happen. I hope that never ever happens. I hope and pray that never ever happens, my family. I hope that never happens. Please, that should never ever happen. An abuser doesn't change. And people like Matt can never ever change. They can't control nor hide their racism towards Meghan. They cannot control it. And they blame her for Harry leaving. Instead of blaming themselves for Harry leaving, they blame Meghan. How many women should Harry lose for their community to be pleased? His mother, then his wife. Harry already has lost too much. Because of the media. He is not going to lose the woman he loves for the media. No, not again. Not this time. A man has got to do what a man has got to do. And Harry has a duty as a father to protect his own family. And his family is Meghan, Archie, and Diana. That is and should be his #1 priority always and forever. Always and forever. That should be Prince Harry's priority, protecting his family. Meghan, Archie, Lilibet. They are his family. They are his responsibility. My family. Harry, protect your family. Please protect your mental health, Harry. Don't let anyone destroy your family. Don't let anyone destroy, Meghan or Archie or Lilibet. Don't allow them to. Don't allow them, to Harry Meghan. Protect your family. Protect your family. Protect your family. Don't allow them to destroy your family, Harry Meghan. Don't allow them to. Don't allow them to. My family, 4 years later, were having carnival of so-called people be like, Harry, why did you not take 10 years to pick a wife like how William took 10 years to pick Kate Middleton? Why, Harry? Why, Harry? Why did you not, take 10 years? Look at Kate Middleton, for example, who waited 10 years for William to propose. She's missing. And when she's seen out and about, she has plasters on her fingers. Signs of abuse. Or my family being abused. And I do hope she's okay and she's fine. My family, I do hope she's okay and she's fine. And that she's alive. But a woman who's never been seen publicly since last year. Never seen publicly since last year. My family, it's very worrying what William could have done to his wife and family. So the woman who William waited 10 years to pick is missing. But Meghan, who Harry married and proposed, she is happy, she's thriving, she's living in a mansion in my family. In my family, she is alive and well, and she's seen publicly. So my family, I know what I would pick. I know what I would pick. And clearly, Harry made the right choice. And UK media just can't stand them, my family. And even in the Bible, it is written, and therefore shall a man leave his mother and father's home, and he shall cleave unto his, my family, wife. In this case, Harry chose Meghan. And they two right now are one. The thing is, it isn't necessary for the media to accept it. They can complain forever. Oh, Harry married Meghan. They can complain forever about it. But they need to respect the woman Harry loves and respect Prince Harry. If they can't do that, then they should just shut up and focus on their taxpayer-funded royals that they are left with in the UK. Focus on Missy K. Milton and leave Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, alone. My family. You know? Meghan is Harry's wife. She is the mother of Harry's kids. And forever and ever, whether you like it or not, Meghan will never ever be gone from Harry's life. Meghan will be in Harry's life. Harry and Meghan are connected forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Whether you, Matt, like it or not, whether Jennie, you like it or not, Harry and Meghan are linked, bonded forever, thanks to their children, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet Diana. They are bonded forever, whether you like it or not. And your abuse of Meghan, no matter what you've done to her, you have never been able to destroy her and Prince Harry's marriage. You keep on trying. I have to say that you keep on trying, but you keep on failing. It's been years, close to 8 years now, and you keep on trying to destroy Harry and Meghan's marriage, their relationship. And no matter what you do, you won't ever succeed in destroying Harry and Meghan. Never. Never, ever, 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 ever. My family, I want to hear your opinion on what we have just discussed, my family. You know, this carnival of so-called people tell you about Meghan because they hate that Prince Harry chose her to be his wife, woman of color, to be his wife. You know, UK media wanted to scare Meghan, you know, out of Harry's life, and they almost succeeded. Family. Harry did say yes. He did say that, you know what, he was scared about losing someone he loved. He was afraid of losing Meghan. He has said that, my family. To be fair to him, he has said that, you know, himself. Harry has said that to my family himself. He was afraid of losing Meghan. The family. And with UK media chasing away every girlfriend Harry has ever had, my family, Harry said, this time with Meghan, no, not this one. Not so, because Harry fell in love with Meghan. And he chose her to be the mother of his kids. And the carnival of so-called experts have got to accept it. You know? And someone else said that, you know, they don't just hate Harry and Meghan because they love each other. Harry is disliked because he dedicates his life to Meghan, Archie, Lilibet, not Charles or William. The fact that his family is a priority to family to Prince Harry is a priority to Prince Harry angers them. William and Charles want Harry to just give up his happiness for them. You know? My family, and Harry said his family, Meghan, Archie, Lilibet are more important, and UK media don't like that. The farm doesn't like that, my family. Margaret was asked to pick the man she loves or, you know, life in the royal fold. She picked life in the royal fold. And Harry, thankfully, Harry told us, even reminded all of us of her misery in the royal family. But you know what? People would say that, you know, the good thing about her is that, you know, UK media would write glowing things about her. Oh, you know what? Margaret chose love. She chose duty over love. Clap for her. But she was miserable to her last day. My family. And in this life, you only live once. Never pick misery for anybody else. Never pick misery for someone else. Not for William, not for Charles, not for Camilla, not for Hamilton. Pick happiness. Pick happiness. And Harry chose happiness. And I'm proud that that's what he did. Never choose misery. Never make that kind of mistake. UK media would want Harry to choose misery. Harry, don't choose misery. Choose happiness. You know? My family, they were never going to, you know, accept Meghan in the royal family. Never. UK media were never going to accept her in my family. And that's why, palace staff members, paid by Prince William, were actively sabotaging Meghan because they wanted her gone out of the royal family. When she and Harry got married, then now the task was to get rid of her as quickly as possible. And that's why they said, you know what? Harry and Meghan's marriage will only last 3 years. And they called Meghan a cruel, disgusting nickname. They called her the degree wife. In a mockery way. To mock her. To say that, her marriage with Harry will only last 3 years. That's the timeline the firm and Wikimedia had to try and get Meghan out of the royal family. And 6 years later, Harry and Meghan are still married. God is good. God is good. God is good. And may no weapon formed against Harry, Meghan, Archie, and also Lady Diana ever prosper family. My family, Harry and Meghan's marriage, their love, is stable, clearly happy. And you can't say the same thing about William and Kim Milton. You just cannot. Harry chose Meghan, and the carnival of so-called experts have got to come to terms with that. My family. UK media can't stand that Harry and Meghan love each other. And listen, no matter what they try to do to destroy Harry and Meghan's marriage, they will never ever be able to succeed. And Harry is never going to have a good, basically close relationship with the UK media. They've also got to accept it, because I feel like the right force Prince had to speak to them, to engage with them. It isn't going to happen. Abuse drove Harry and Meghan away. It won't make them come over and sit down with the UK media. It won't. It won't. It doesn't work like that with Harry and Meghan. It does not. By abusing Harry's wife, it won't make Harry have an interview with, Matt Wilkinson or The Sun, or sit down with the rest of the family. It will not. It will not. Abusing Meghan has only made Harry want to, seek justice on the media in court against the media, my friend, what they've done to him and Meghan. It's never going to make Harry and Meghan sit down and wine and dine with their abusers, the UK media. It doesn't work like that with Harry and Meghan. It doesn't work like that with Harry and Meghan. It does not work like that with Harry and Meghan. Abuse drove Harry and Meghan away. It won't make them, wine and dine with their abusers. It will not. My family, I have said enough. You tell me kindly your thoughts about what we have just discussed. I want to hear your opinion, family. May God bless you all, and stay tuned to the next video. Hate never wins, love wins, and stay tuned to this video. And may no weapon formed against Harry, Meghan, Archie, and also Lady Diana ever prosper. Stay tuned to this video. Love you all forever, and may God bless each and every single one of you. And may no weapon formed against Harry, Meghan, Archie, and also Lady Diana ever prosper. UK media and the firm will not break Harry and Meghan's marriage. They will not destroy Harry and Meghan's union. They will not. Stay tuned to this video. Love you also forever, and may God bless you all, my family. Hello, members of Zesco Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Zesco Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like, and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.